Hello and welcome back, everybody, to F124 My Team Career Mode. This is episode number 15 as we are heading to the Qatar Grand Prix. Why am I just sat here doing nothing? Let me just see this real quick. This is a bit awkward. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, this is episode number 15, Qatar Grand Prix Sprint Weekend. Oh, there we go. Purchase has been confirmed. So yeah, we're upgrading our facilities. As you can see here, we didn't have any upgrades coming in this weekend as we are more focused on protecting our... And there we go. Perfect timing. Protecting our advancements, our upgrades throughout the season. So we're not going to be upgrading anymore. We're going to be protecting our previous
It's all
upgrades.
about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar. A high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
All right, qualifying SQ1 sprint qualifying. A very high deg circuit, by the way. I never really liked this circuit as a track to race on. It's a nice track to watch other cars race on, but when I'm doing it, I don't know, it doesn't click with me. It's a bit too high deg for my style of driving, which is very... Actually, it's not really as aggressive as what I've seen from other people. I prefer, though, a very fast turn-in without flicking. I want to keep it realistic. I don't like the flick here. Flicking is... honestly annoying. I don't like watching people who flick because it takes out the realism from the game. It's like, I don't like that, you know. I like keeping stuff realistic in games such as F124, the F1 games, because it's that way it's much more pure when it comes out. Pause. Yeah. Anyway, we are going on a second run here in SQ1 to make sure that we secure our position in SQ2. But while that's happening, once again, like I've said, I feel like having a more realistic look to how the car drives is much nicer in a way. Yeah, I don't know. It just keeps it, more pure, like I said, and that way that's the way I prefer anyway. Because I've seen the flickers; they get crazy fast lap times. Don't get me wrong. That's a very interesting strategy to use while driving or racing, but not for me. I mean, I'm doing well for myself here. See, P4. Keeping up with the fast cars, Oscar, Fernando, Max, and our teammate just got knocked out. Yeah, and also, like, I don't sound very enthusiastic, and if that's the case to you, if I don't sound that enthusiastic, it's probably because I'm extremely tired. I have had probably one of the toughest times getting any sleep in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm trying my best to get myself a decent or a good sleep schedule, and hopefully very soon we get this series done and out of the way so we can focus on F125 as it's out, I believe. Either it's out today, it's the 28th of May. It's either out today or it's out in the next 2 days or 3 days, on Saturday. Not so sure. I haven't really kept up with the news there. I've seen clips, I've seen footage and moments from the F125 game, and it looks very nice. So I'm very excited to see how we get along with the new stuff, with the new game. I'm only doing one run here, as you can see. Everyone else has gone for a run in SQ3. Yeah, we're back at video now. We're focusing more on what's happening in front of you on your screens as we begin our first and only lap of qualifying, sprint qualifying 3. Into turn 1 we go, very smooth into the turn-in of turn 1, and now around into turn 3 we go up into turn 4. It's a double apex kind of corner. As into the towards the end of sector 1 we have a quicker lap time than Piastri of half a tenth at the moment, so far so good. We're making progress. A bit wide over here, going into this very S-like section as we're approaching the end of sector 2. A long left-hander here as we're gonna go to this I don't know, triple apex, is it? It's just flat out pretty much as 1, 2, 3 corners, down 1 gear here and into the final 2 corners, left 1 down gear again, down 1 gear again, and into the final corner we downshift down to 4th, and DRS with our battery being used and across the line, and we're gonna start the sprint race in 6th place. So yeah, that's a very decent run if qualifying. Leclerc takes pole, meaning he is advantage for the championship. Yeah, he could win this championship, or the championship this weekend, which is gonna be very interesting to see.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique 3-prong shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, and Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Norris, the owner driver, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Perez, Stroll, Russell, Hamilton, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Albon, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Sargent, Joe, and Arthur Leclerc. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
Alright, starting from 6 on the grid. Why is there a stop in my strategy, in my alternative strategy? That is weird, but it makes sense, I guess, because the softs will never last a lap on this track. It's very high deg, especially on the front left. So yeah, it's the harder compound of tires that are going to be seen more throughout this race weekend. And since it's a sprint weekend, I noticed this recently. A sprint weekend means that you only get 3 sets of softs for 3 qualifying sessions on the race qualifying. I didn't know that, and when I used up at some point when I used up all my softs, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's move to the next set like I usually do. I use a used one and then maybe go out on a used run again on the same session. And when I reached Q3, I was like, yo, I used up all my softs. Honestly, I don't know, man. The sprint rules are a bit weird, in my opinion. Anyway, we have 5 red lights for the sprint coming up very soon. Leclerc from pole position. It's lights out and away we go for the sprint as Alonso gets a brilliant start off the line. Not really, as Leclerc keeps his lead in this race, as we're fighting with the 2 McLarens, who have been a bit disappointing. Let's just be honest here. When did the game come out? I'm pretty sure there was an update where I could have done when McLaren's would have gotten a performance boost, but since I started before that update, if there was such a thing, or maybe I'm just remembering nothing and just making stuff up. Anyway, it doesn't matter at this point. McLaren's have been disappointing, honestly, in this season, as they're barely fighting for wins. If anything, honestly, as we are sitting ahead of them in 5th place. We made up a position. Alonso in 2nd place, behind Leclerc, who's in 1st. Verstappen in 3rd. Sainz 4th. Gasly in 8th. Perez 9th. Hamilton 10th. 9th and 10th don't score points. I'm gonna just keep that as a note. It's a sprint race, so only 1st through to 8th score points, from 8 down to 1 point. If you're new to F1 and you just happen to stumble upon my video, can you like, and if you're enjoying it, then please do leave a like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We're very close to 100 subscribers. But yeah, did anything happen while I was blabbering? Nothing. Everyone stayed in their positions. Well, not for long, as the 2 McLarens have DRS on us, and they happened to overtake us somehow. I don't know, maybe with the DRS that they've been using, but both the McLarens have overtaken us for 5th and 6th, so we're down to 7th. And in one swift move, they take my position, but we have DRS this time on lap 3 of this sprint, but we have an Alpine very close behind. But we're going to use our battery. Piastri and Norris are in a battle of their own. We're going to send it down the inside into turn 1 on Lando Norris now, who's now in 7th behind us, as we're going to now set our focus towards Oscar Piastri, who's ahead in 5th. The top 4 have not changed since the race started, which is actually very interesting, because they seem very close to one another, where a move could happen. As next up is Oscar Piastri. He is a bit far. As soon as I say that, you see that on the leaderboard? Alonso is fighting for the lead of this sprint race, as we're going to send it down the inside once again on the McLaren. Looks like a switchback. No, we managed to hold on to the position, and back up to 5th we go, the position we lost 3 laps ago. My math is off. 2 laps ago. Yeah, we lost that. Anyway, we are back up into 5th, and very nicely done by ourselves. Alonso is in the lead of this race now, as we head into the end of lap 5, beginning lap 6. We are once again ahead of the 2 McLarens. How are we going to defend this upcoming attack from them? We move off to not give them any toll whatsoever, but they managed to sail past, but we're just going to outbrake them into the first corner and retain our lead. Retain our lead. I'm not even leading the race. I'm in 5th. I retain our position in 5th place. And still, we have Oscar Piastri looking for a move down the inside of whatever corner that is. That looks like the 3rd sector, going into the 3 long turns. See, I told you my English is not good. But yeah, that was a pretty nice move. I mean, a better angle of it would have been nicer, but I guess he's ahead of us for now as we head into the final corner, and critically behind him with our DRS ready to be enabled. But Lando Norris is also very close behind. He's looking for a move. He's going to try to send it, but we managed to outpace him down the straight, and we just sail past Oscar Piastri to retake 5th place. And this time we're going to make sure to not give his position back very easily, as we change focus to Alonso, who has overtaken Leclerc on lap 5, I think, if I'm not wrong, for the lead of this race. And he has been driving very well over the last 2 races. No, is it the last 2 races or just last race? I don't remember, but he's been doing very well, and he is gonna cross the line to take first place in the sprint, so 8 points go to him. Luckily for Verstappen, there is still time for him to make his way back into the championship, but Leclerc has outscored him by was that 3 points? So he finishes second, Leclerc, and Verstappen in fourth, meaning advantage Charles going into the race for Sunday.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and of course the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time. It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
All right, so we have qualifying here. I'm still trying to find out how well the audio is doing. As you can see there, we have a sprint tire, the one that we were supposed to kind of use in the sprint if we chose to go for the softs. But as I was saying, there's only 3 plus this one that I'm using now, which was reserved for the sprint, but I guess we could use it since we didn't use a set of softs in the sprint. It is kind of weird not hearing myself properly on this microphone that I have. It's a new microphone, if you haven't noticed, and if I haven't mentioned, I'm not so sure. Yeah, I'm saying a lot of anyway, yeah, I'm still trying to find the perfect sweet spot with this microphone, as I'll also use this for communicating with my friends on game chat when I'm gaming with them. So I want to keep the audio gain on the microphone the same and not touch it, and then edit the sound on the editing software to make it more clear to you so you can hear what I'm saying. But we barely made through to Q2 here, as we are 12th. Almost a second now, just 7 tenths off the pace. I'm pretty sure we can go faster than that. I was a little bit cautious. I'm pretty sure when I was recording this, I let it for 2 days. So like I was recording some sessions on one day and the others on another day. So just a bit of like getting back into the groove for me. In such situations, it's kind of hard. Like I play a lot of Gran Turismo 7, and it's a very fun game. I enjoy it so much. I do a lot of circuit experience, and it takes a long time for me to get all the laps down to the gold, like the target lap time. One of them, I think it was the Nürburgring, it took me at least 3 hours to get a gold lap on there. My hands were finished. I got a cramp in my left foot from all the braking I was doing in the heavy braking zones, and it was not a pleasant experience, let me tell you that. Yeah, but like, you know, one thing I don't like about the what's it called, Gran Turismo 7, is that you can't remap your pedals, because in F1 24 or F1 games in general, I use the clutch pedal to brake. I have since removed the rubber thing that is behind the brake pedal to ease the braking process. Like my left foot is just knackered when I brake heavy, because it's a lot of force that you need for some reason to brake. I mean, it is like, you know, somewhat realistic, you know, the brake pedal is very not squishy. It needs to be stiff to give it a more realistic feel as you're braking while driving. I removed the rubber. I just kept it beside the brake potentiometer on the the pedal, and now it's a bit softer. It's way softer, but also there is still a bit resistance because the spring itself is also stiff. But in general, I would say it is weird now trying to brake with the brake pedal. It feels off for some reason. But I've since adjusted to it, so hopefully in next year's game, or well, next year, when I say next year, I mean like the game that's coming out in like 2 days, I'm gonna try and see if I can use the normal brake pedal instead of the clutch to brake. But for now, in this game, I'll be using the clutch until the end of this series, the next season of this F124 My Team Career Mode gameplay, as we are lining up, or not lining up, this is Q2 still. Wow, I've been chatting for a long time. This is still Q2, we're behind Alonso by, when was that? 1/100th of a second, I think that's what it is. I don't know my times conversions, but whatever. Anyway, we're through the Q3 and this is one set. So what I usually do, and I already said this, and you already know it if you've been following the channel, that I use a used set as my first run just to give myself a banker lap, and then move on to the new set to set the faster lap time. I guess it's more of a convenience for me. And obviously it depends on the weather, like you saw in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas video that I haven't uploaded yet. I will be uploading that very soon. You'll obviously see that one before this one, but I haven't uploaded it as of right now. I'm gonna be recording the Abu Dhabi race like very soon. I mean, I think I bailed out on this lap because 4 seconds down doesn't seem right. I think I made a mistake somewhere, but either way, we're just gonna cross the line, set a lap time, and then we go on the faster lap, just so I can improve. I don't know, it feels better that way. I don't know. My cat just woke up from his nap. Oi! Yeah, he's still trying to process. I can see it in his face. Okay, don't do anything stupid, yeah? Look outside the window. Anyway, yeah, new set of tires now as we're gonna head into the final run of this qualifying session to set the grid for Sunday. We're currently 10th behind Lewis Hamilton, but we are gaining time fast as we are using the newer, fresher soft tires. So we are already at 10th up before we even head into the first corner, and we're just gaining time. As you can see on the top right, we're already 2/10 by turn 3, and by the end of first sector we have a purple first sector, 7/10 quicker than Sergio Perez, who is currently in 6th. He gets usurped by Lando Norris. That is a word, by the way, as we are now a second plus. This is where we made a mistake, I'm assuming, as through the triple prong corners we are going basically flat through there, as 5 seconds up, almost 6 seconds up on our previous lap time, as we are trying to gun for pole position in our current moment. As we go around the final corner, DRS activated, we cross the line, and where are we gonna start? We are starting in second place. Behind who exactly? Who is it? Who are we gonna start the race behind? Fernando Alonso. See, I told you this man is doing good, bro. This is rookie of the year. Flipping hell, man. He's always ahead of us. But Verstappen is ahead of Leclerc here, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out in the championship.
Welcome back to Qatar and the Lusail International Circuit, a track that has a long history for two-wheeled motorsport action. But tonight it's the four wheels of F1 that are back, and Lewis Hamilton going for another win here. So we're back here in Lusail, and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns, and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS though, through the long straight and into turn 1. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position, and the owner driver alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Gasly, Ricciardo, Albon, Ocon, Tsunoda, Joe, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Sargent, Bottas, and Arthur Leclerc. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
All right, here we are, finally. It took us 25 minutes of video to reach the main race of this weekend. I've also given it a thought, maybe if I can adjust the settings in F125, I will remove the sprint weekend from the races, because I really don't enjoy editing for a very long time. I love editing, don't get me wrong, but this video took me 2 days to finish because of personal stuff as well, like the time between me being able to edit and doing stuff around the house. It's just it's long, let's just say that. But we're gonna be prepared to go racing finally. Main race, as we have 5 red lights for the Qatar Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go as we get a very good start off the line. We are side by side with Alonso as we actually get ahead of him. We got a way better start than him, but Leclerc is all the way up into 4th place. Verstappen, who seemingly had a grid penalty, so that's unlucky for him, actually, as Leclerc will not, as of right now, he is going to be world champion in this F124 universe. As we send it down the inside of Fernando Alonso, we're keeping it within the track limits. But yeah, Leclerc is fighting Piastri right now, who are 3rd and 4th respectively behind us. I mean, Alonso over here. They're still squabbling actually, but Piastri is giving him a hard time here. But Leclerc makes it through and into 3rd place he goes. As Fernando Alonso now is going to look for a move, maybe down the inside of this. Is this the double apex turn? Yes, it is, or is it not? No, it's not. This is the triple prong hexagonal top corners. Yeah, that's what I would call it from now. As Alonso ends the first lap in front of us, we are in 2nd place. Leclerc in 4th, Piastri 3rd. I skipped Piastri for some reason there. Perez in 5th, Lando Norris 6th, Stroll in 7th. Carlos Sainz in 8th as we send it down the inside, but we went a bit deep there, giving Alonso a chance to maybe switch back at us, but we're going to fight it all the way to take the lead of the race once again. He's still side by side, as you can see over there, but we managed to come ahead of the rookie, and into the lead of the race we go for now, as there's definitely going to be a lot of opportunities. As you can see over here, we made a huge mistake, a snap of oversteer, causing us to drop all the way behind Sergio Perez. Possibly we're going to try and get ahead of him, yes, as we make it through back up into 4th place, and we have a lot of work cut out ahead of us if we want to make it back onto the podium positions. This is all happening, and this is only lap 2. It's very, very intense situation we have here, as Piastri sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's looking to make a move on Alonso for the lead of the race. We're going to make a move on Leclerc going down the inside of turn 1. A bit of an interesting braking overtake. He's still kind of alongside us, but he tucks in behind as he drops down to 4th place, still ahead of Verstappen, who's somewhere down in the midfield. And critically right now we are in the DRS range of Alonso. That's going to help us against Leclerc, and Leclerc is on the soft tire, which is an interesting strategy choice from the Ferrari, as Alonso now is fighting for the lead of the race with Piastri. They're side by side ahead of us. We are really getting a nice view of this battle, as Leclerc is starting to slow down a little bit. He is still within our range, but it's clear that the soft tires have been degrading very quickly, as you can see with the race fuel weight. Yeah, that you can see my left front is already cooked. 22% 13% on my rear left. Yeah, very left limited and front limited, more than rear limited track. This as it's also a MotoGP track, which is very cool. It's within the ranks with the Catalunya circuit in Barcelona, and Red Bull Ring, and if I'm not wrong, Portimao, which we will be racing in the next season. Second to last race. I still haven't raced there, imagine. I still haven't finished that video yet. I didn't even start there yet. But Alonso and Piastri have just signed off, and they're now 2 seconds ahead of us, as we have a wild Red Bull behind us. Perez with DRS is gonna make a move and sailing past us down the main straight. We are still gonna keep him honest going down into turn 1 as we hold the inside line and maintain third place in the race. As I was just gonna say a few moments ago, before Perez tried to overtake us, Leclerc has pitted for his second stint. Don't know what tire he's on, but he was on the soft, so he had to go into the pits a bit early here, compared to us who are running the medium tires. And let's see, can I see where the Red Bulls are on the minimap? No, I can't. Somewhere. Okay, if that's Perez behind me, looks like he is stuck behind this battle, if anything, Verstappen. So right now, Verstappen still hasn't pitted, but at the same time, he still has a chance to cut the margin of points between himself and Leclerc by a lot, as we have an engine failure. An engine failure similar to what we had in Australia, or power unit failure, not an engine failure, a power unit failure. So we don't know what exactly went wrong with the engine, but an Italian failure, as a certain person would call it. And that is our race over, unfortunately. As yeah, a long video just for it to end like this is kind of annoying, to be fair, as we don't score any points. We were in a good position as well. We were like probably gonna score a podium position place. And Leclerc wins the world championship, as I mean, to be fair, it wasn't really expected. To be fair, we wouldn't know what happened at the end there. But yeah, Leclerc, world champion.
Your winner today, Fernando Alonso.
And it's always good, Crofty, to get that momentum on your side, and it's really good for your confidence as well. The more confident you are, the further that can take you.
The Aston Martin team will be very happy with today's performance. And of course, the final result. Another display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork. And a well-deserved first-place finish. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
So yeah, Charles Leclerc is world champion at the moment. Not really at the moment, it is until we start the next season, and he beats Verstappen by 39 points heading into the final round of the season in Abu Dhabi. As we were actually, we kept the competition very honest here. We are sitting 4th in the constructors and 4th in the drivers championship, but we're gonna now see what went wrong with our engine, our power unit, and it was the engine that got sent into the 4th dimension and we have a engine failure. Last time it was a controller electronics. I think we're just gonna use the older engine instead of taking a 10 place grid penalty. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. It depends on how much wear there is. We might take a 10 place grid penalty come the next round, but yeah, it was a bit disappointing to end the race prematurely like that. Yeah, 185 points, of which I've scored 184. 1 point goes to our teammate Arthur Leclerc, who's brother of Charles Leclerc. Yeah, I don't know why I had to check in my brain like that. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's on the top right over there if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.